for coming and listening to my security and prevention types. This focus is on health and information systems, which is what we're representing. The associated risks that we have with these large organizations due to the overcrowding now of PCs and other types of communication devices. Everybody has a chance now to learn quicker how to use a virus or a worm or malware. And unfortunately, we have to worry of users not listening to the mission control, or users that are not obligated to the business. So what they do is putting some kind of malware or spyware, and they get paid for it. Don't have no fear of getting fired. We need to prepare for associated risk. An example of an attack on the outside of the office here shows where the attacker, which is on the other side of the firewall is to prevent the attacker from coming through to go into the router. If the attacker becomes successful, then he gets through the firewall, he goes to the router, then the router doesn't know anything about IP addresses, so the router just goes ahead and splits and goes to the FTP server and the database server. By hitting these two, we can get some extreme damage done once it's going through this firewall, which is why we have to worry about security in the networking system. We have various tools that are usually worked with security teams. There are ways we could possibly establish some kind of area for within the administrative area where we can use programs like Wireshark, which is a network monitoring system that allows us to look at the packets, which are the data that is converted. Now it's called packets, and it travels back and forth to the other machine and back to this machine. Next we have Nmap, which is another network analysis tool, which is good for keeping track of the activity on the server and on the various PCs. Kali Linux is a Linux penetration operating system. Kali is good to be installed on a laptop, where that way, when you connect it to the network, it will be able to look at all the machines that are within that network, according to how you have established some rapport with the CIO or CEO and or the network administrators. Next we have Ubuntu Linux, which is it can be used as a bare bones where you can go ahead, learn the different tools that you might need specifically for your organization and build it up under the Ubuntu Linux operating system. Ubuntu Linux does comes in other flavors. They have a Ubuntu Studio, there's a Ubuntu Education. Many servers, though, for other organizations do use Linux machines rather than use a Windows operating system. For the smaller organizations, but even then, those Windows operating systems connect to the larger Unix systems. Ransomware seems to be the most predominant thing going on among the healthware organizations, where attackers in a group, because no one man can do an attack such as hard as this. It's not a simple thing to do. It has to have a bunch of people that's focusing on this one target so they can go ahead and cause whatever damage or cause you to pay them some ransom to unlock your system. Now, in the meantime, if you go ahead and just do a backup, you think about what the after effects are, because now you may have people in the hospital using certain machines that's running by electronic signals. Somewhere in the operating room, you need those things going on right now. So, do you have to go ahead and pay the ransomware and take a chance that they may or may not release it? So, we would like to go ahead and some way kind of block these things from happening. That's what it's called prevention, hardware preventioning, secure hardening, blocking malicious attacks coming through the firewall. The firewall has to be locked down with various tools within the firewall that you might use. If you might have a Cisco server, the firewall can be one computer, which is that server by itself, which would then attach to your network server, which would go to your router, which would then go to switches, that should then go into your networks, which would go to your various PCs. You want to also secure your email. A lot of people make mistakes where when you click on the email, automatically it opens up. That's not a good thing, because now when it automatically opens up, immediately, if it is infected, right away, it's going to go ahead and attack your system. The best way to prevent this is to go ahead and disable the auto open, and just be able to click on the email, and all you'll see is who it's from and the subject. Locking down the database, now we don't want various people from outside the organization coming inside to look at these medical records. We got to figure a way how we will distribute various information so that other doctors can go ahead in different locations log in. Now, is this stuff going to be located on the cloud? Is it going to be internally where it's in another building or location which then connects to us? Mobile devices is the latest thing that's going on, and recently there's been an influx of viruses and infections and attacks done through the mobile devices. There go another set of rules which have to be established within the firewall so that it doesn't get confused with the basic wireless connections within the office. Always install the latest patches for the system updates. All of them. Ensure that all the computers within your organization are updated with the same patches. This way it keeps everything in unison and you'll have no problems of disorganization. You must keep the programs because each department might have to use a various program to run that part of the department. Well, I presume that's a network administrator issue which has to be monitored to ensure that this is always updated. I mention again, do not open up anybody's email you have no idea who it belongs to. Where there is question, notify security, computer security or IT division. And coming to downloading music and videos and games, these need to be blocked and locked right out. Due to all we need are Excel files, we need PPT files, which is for PowerPoint, we need document files. And if it has to be certain individuals, only they may be able to access those video files. Thank you, and I hope that I gave you some idea of what may need to be happening to prevent attacks and intrusions to the operating system into the organization.